This is a new series where I walk you through your little rabbit holes. You ever want to like learn about conspiracy theories? Or you're like, that's a lot of fucking shit. It's like a fucking Marvel movie. I ain't gonna watch. I don't even understand this multiverse shit. I got you. I don't understand the Marvel one either. But I do understand conspiracy theories and the concept that Marvel is probably doing predictive programming on, which is interdimensional travel. That interdimensional stuff will be its own separate video. It's a CIA document that was declassified. They literally looked the shit up. What the fuck is predictive programming? How does it work? What's the benefit? Why would someone do it? In real life, does that actually work? Say I don't believe all the fucking conspiracy stuff, but could this concept work? Yes, it's just under a different name. It's a concept you already fucking know, and believe me, I bet you do. Too long don't read. It's the theory that future events that have been already planned are put in place in our media, movies, books, popular culture. It's 9/11. Do you see it? More telling is the episode centers all around 9/11 and the Twin Towers. I meant to say New York, sorry. It took me a while to realize that they are actually using the Twin Towers to make 2 ones. And I'm like, oh, that's fucked up. And they're like, no, we just drew that randomly. Okay. Essentially normalize that concept. So if you don't want to watch the rest of the video, there you are. And if you want to see some more examples and me explain further, stay. Part 2 is even more examples, especially more recent ones. So we'll be talking about the Obama produced movie. We'll be talking about Don't Look Up, which I just realized earlier. I'm like, oh no, I like that. Some others that I forgot what I filmed. Disclaimer, I believe, and it's been well documented throughout U.S. history since the creation of the CIA, that there have been mass disinformation campaigns, discrediting campaigns, and anything that was deemed a viable domestic or global threat. So you'll see some examples. If you're interested, there's the documentary called Mirage Men, where it's literally centered around the guy who was hired by the CIA to discredit UFO information. I wonder why. We're getting into aliens in another video. For instance, what do you think when you hear conspiracy theorists? Not good, right? You're like, I don't want to be labeled like that. Probably because there was a whole campaign to smear that. What is actually conspiracy theory? It's just thinking, looking a little bit deeper. Sometimes you don't even have to say anything outrageous and people are like, conspiracy theorists. And you're just like, the light is green. I would think the people who accuse others of being conspiracy theorists, aren't you just a fucking bully? I'm just saying. Because honestly, if you're grounded in your fucking self, who the fuck cares what that fucking crazy ass person said? Like, bitch, I don't care. I'm doing me. So I don't know. Maybe like go to therapy or some shit. I read a lot of definitions of predictive programming. Most of them are like, but it's not really possible, or it's just crazy. And I'm gonna tell you, predictive programming is a lot of words that we already utilize in a different context. It's kind of like, you ever heard of the pink tax? Women and men do the same hobby. They don't realize it. And some of them pay a different tax or a different fee for the same fucking specialized tool. Bitches, you are all DIYing. Whether you call it fucking like carpentry or DIY, it's the same shit. Because when I look on YouTube how to do like a frosted window overlay, a man and a woman tell me differently. The man goes, it's going to be real difficult, so you're going to have to really be careful. And the woman's like, bitch, if I did it, you could do it too. Same hobby. So here is pretty much the same thing. You know, they gave it a different word, but it's the same fucking concept. It's a general concept that does work in psychology. I'll show you. I'll give you the definition and we'll compare. So basically like The Simpsons, when people are like, The Simpsons predicted the future. These things have been added so that when the eventual thing happens, we're like, all right, yeah, it makes sense. Tuesday. It's a Tuesday, bitch. Predictive programming is the theory that the government or higher ups are using fictional movies or books to mass mind control, a tool to make the population more accepting of future planned events. It is a concept in computer science. Commands in programming language are considered to be a special case of specification to make it more compilable. Through that, there's a refinement process. So think about this. Predictive programming is refining your mind to be more acceptable of things that will happen or effects that you would usually find like outrageous. Because you know what happens in the human mind when you find something outrageous? Have you ever heard of the process of denial? It's a defense mechanism which individuals refuse or recognize or acknowledge objective facts or experiences. Someone's kid dies in a freak accident. They could be in a state of grief so large that they're in denial. So what if something crazy, cataclysmic were to happen? It would actually be pretty normal effect if a lot of people were in denial. Like, you ever had someone who had a kid who was so gay and they're like, he's not gay, he gets all the ladies, and you're like, he is gay. Denial. But say you were primed, say you were conditioned, say you were groomed for something to happen, then your mind would not immediately reject it. That defense mechanism would not take place because subconsciously it has already been in your feedback loop. The goal is to prevent overthinking. The goal is to have it be readily accepted. People who go through denial, people who find it outrageous, they will all overthink. The objective would be to prevent people getting into denial, because this is how your brain works. Your brain does not want to be wrong. So Your brain has already, when it looks for misinformation, if things have not been in the pattern of things it recognizes, it's going to be like, I don't know about that. And when it says, I don't know about that, it's going to look a little bit deeper. That's what you'll do. But say people didn't want you to look a little deeper and realize it's not nothing. That's why this would be effective. I mean, they probably have meetings being like, well, how fucking long will it take them to fucking like adjust to the new world domination order? And like the psychologist is like, it could take years because people are going to die out and there'll just be chaos. And they're like, I don't have fucking years. It's already taking a fuck ton of time and I'm tired. Can we just like condition them, you know? And the scientist is probably like, I mean, we could, but it might look a little obvious. Whatever the fuck, just do it. Yeah. It's not just Hollywood that is plagued with the Nepo baby problem. So is the Illuminati. Nepo babies all around. Like everyone's favorite not talented person, Vicky T. You ever just think, it seems like Icky Vicky, the song was written for her. And it's about her. Icky Vicky. Because we all know how thick her skin is. You know? She doesn't just like keep popping up on people's Instagrams and TikToks despite nobody having conversation. You know, it'd be like nobody, and Vicky T's like, who said something about me? I was Britney's assistant. I didn't do nothing wrong. Okay. You guys, she has a website called VickyT.com. How much traffic do you think it gets? Probably none, right? Because what the fuck is she good at? No, it'd probably get more traffic if she visited her website as many times as she visited other Britney accounts. Here's some popular examples of things that people think are predictive programming. Contagion. The movie Contagion came out in 2011. We'd be hit by COVID in 2019. You ever seen the fucking movie? Because I watched it during COVID and I'm like, oh my God, how did we know? Slight variation. She ate some fucking pork in China when she was like fucking someone else. She was like having an affair. Like Gwyneth Paltrow. Why the fuck would you do that to Matt Damon? Okay? Like he loved you, but whatever. Well, don't worry, she fucking dies. Spoiler alert, I guess, if you wanted to watch it. But like this movie's been out for 10 fucking years, bitch. Like just forward my shit then. They had to be locked down. A lot of the same shit happened that happened with us. People went fucking crazy. I don't think it was toilet paper, but it was like something like. Also, I just remember there was a game that I played on my phone that came out before COVID called Plague. So you would make a plague and they would tell you, and then you would start in a country and people would always be like, start in India or China. It always works. So I did that. The first time my plague was too dangerous that it got cured immediately. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make it like a common cold. And that shit killed people for a while. Like scientists could not figure it the fuck out. So probably was predictive programming too, which is so fucked up because I had so much fun in that game. Well, we're on the topic. There will be a COVID video. Too Long Don't Read doesn't look like it was natural. And then because Matt Damon's wife was like patient zero, so they were like, oof, we gotta talk. Actually, that was a pretty funny scene because they're like, we'd like to talk to you. And he was like, she was with someone. And they were like, should we not have said shit? But we're trying to solve like a global pandemic. He just straight up had like a whole fucking breakdown. Like his wife's fucking dying, but a cheater. So he's like, you're a cheating whore. But you're dying. So, I mean, I felt for him. Can you imagine if that shit was a Monday? Like, whew, that's a bad fucking Monday. Maybe that's a one-off, right? There's a lot more examples. Also, as we go through different concepts and conspiracy theories, there's a lot more examples for each of them. You know what else came out before COVID? Bird Box. Did anyone else watch Bird Box? Because when COVID happened, my hot take was like, we are living in Bird Box. Also, like, damn, what shit luck for Sandra Bullock. She's like, I just had a baby. I'm in this like fucking scary ass world. And like, this bitch right here is dying. He's like, take care of my baby. And she's like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? No, I guess. I'd be so fucking mad. I'm like, wow, this bitch really put that fucking responsibility on me as she's dying. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Be like, I don't love this for you. I'm gonna see you later. Can't do that, you know? But the enemy is not looking at anyone in the eyes. It's just going outside. Now, thinking about it, they were probably priming us to find it normal to sit inside our house. Because in this movie, to stay alive, you had to stay inside. All the selfish people went out. Can you imagine, like, conspiracy theories aside, say this isn't like some conspiracy theory. Can you imagine the pitch meeting? In a world ruled by chaos of the outside, people must sit in to stay safe. And they cannot be seen or see. I'd be like, as an executive, will it do some MK Ultra? Because yes, we approve. Otherwise, though, that's a dumbass fucking story. Like, I kind of hope for them, like, there is some MK Ultra priming shit, because even when I watched it, I mean, it's suspenseful, but I'm like, this is dumb as fuck. Maybe they were priming us for that. Dumb shit will happen. Accept it, because I did. So we got a lot more examples in part 2. If you're interested, if you're on YouTube, sit your ass down. Watch the rest of the fucking video. If you're on Insta, scroll up or down, I don't know. And TikTok, I can't even help you. I lied, YouTube. I still gotta film some of that shit, so if it's been a day or a couple of days after this shit was posted, sit your ass back down, because I probably uploaded both parts together. But if not, shit out of luck.